can't find Michael Bay or Jake Gyllenhaal anywhere.
Dude, they're in their bag.
So that was the movie. Ambulance is directed by Michael Bay and stars Jake Gyllenhaal. Basically a 90-minute car chase by the time it got going. Opened it with 30 minutes of setup, but boy was I on the edge of my seat. This movie was absolutely insane.
You are all gonna have the greatest story to tell at dinner tonight.
It was totally worth the wait, because after that, it was completely unreal.
The locomotive was in motion for the rest of the movie, like Jake Gyllenhaal says. You don't get the time to take a break. You don't get to just sit back and chill because it's frenetic pace. There were plenty of moments where I would turn to Kindle and just be like, what? This movie is absolutely nuts. I don't want to spoil certain elements at the end because I think you all should definitely see it 100%. So I don't want to ruin the ending because I think it is really well done. It takes you by surprise in terms of tying everything in, delving into the heart of the movie, which this movie actually has quite a lot of heart. You wouldn't expect seeing the trailer. This movie really is a character-driven movie. Michael Bay is usually focused on just frenetic action, and he does that in spades here. But also the character work of Jake Gyllenhaal, Abdul-Matee, Isa Gonzalez really brings the movie all together and makes it worth rewatching beyond just wanting to see a car chase. It's a smarter movie than Michael Bay usually does, even though it does have dialogue. It comes out of nowhere and it's kind of goofy, jokey dialogue, which seems out of place every now and then in this movie, but the fact that it's super ridiculous in itself kind of makes you accept it because you can see the movie having fun with itself and understanding that it is ridiculous. And I can see somebody kind of nitpicking on certain things like that in terms of logic or random dialogue.
One of the reasons I really like this movie, the cinematography and everything is unreal with some of the shots they have coming down from the building. Apparently they filmed that with helicopters.
A lot of this movie looks like he just got a drone and is filming it with like a drone for some parts and just really love that look of it. The camera work is kind of shoddy here and there, but it's by design. That's like his style.
It makes it look like you're actually there. So it's like how it shakes and everything. It's like, okay, that's how it would be if you're actually in the ambulance at 70 miles an hour with all these costumes.
If you are already down with Michael Bay, you'll be completely fine with it, and the fact that it is utilized as well as it is here for a car chase movie like this, it works in its favor.
Jake Gyllenhaal's performance is unreal like always. Whoever the other guy is, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Abdul-Matee.
He was pretty solid. And then the chick that's the EMT, ooh, absolute smoke show. 10 out of She might be a 12 out of 10. Like, she goes off the charts at some point.
I heard somebody assume, oh, she's just going to be the really attractive woman in a Michael Bay movie, but no. She's very attractive, but also she does a damn good performance.
She is probably one of the better actress performances I've actually seen in a long time.
There is one scene where it literally like turns into the camera and says, you. His dad was a master bank robber and he's robbed 30 plus banks before, so this is literally what he does for a living, and he has a freaking underground mansion. He's got the setup. He's rich beyond all belief, total dork, dimwit, baller guy who has like these watches and these nice clothes and everything. He's having so much fun here. I go into a movie for like overall feel and overall escapism, and this has some incredible tension. It has some incredible what's going on here. You care about the characters. Abdul-Matee's character in particular, they do a really good job of setting up why he's doing this, why he feels he needs to do this, and then immediately how he's dealing with doing this and the whole process, and that comes full circle beautifully, honestly, at the end. And you might think I'm crazy using the word beautiful a lot of times when I'm talking about a Michael Bay movie, but this is honestly the best movie for sure that he's made since Pain and Gain, and honestly, in my opinion, his second best movie maybe, and that's only to The Rock, which is from the 90s. This is a long time coming. He kind of spent too many films making Transformers movies, and now he's back to just having a good Michael Bay time where he knows what shots he wants, he knows the kind of energy he wants in a movie, and he gets to utilize Jake Gyllenhaal, Abdul-Matee, and Isa Gonzalez with his fun kinetic energy kind of thing.
And I feel like Jake Gyllenhaal and Yaya, they had really good chemistry together. They actually seemed like real brothers because of how they cared about each other. It's pretty crazy. Towards the end, and like some stuff happens, but I can't talk about it. I feel like it's like one of those movies that's so good, it's like you don't want to spoil it, because I feel like this is an underrated movie. I feel like people are still on the high of like Batman, and so it's kind of like taken away from how good this movie is.
You go into this without really having any expectations other than knowing it's going to be a car chase kind of movie and Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. And then once you're there, you kind of reveal itself to be more than that. I just really dug it, and I hope you all have a good time with it if you go see it, because I do think it's really underrated. It kind of sneaks up on you.
Definitely under the radar. I don't think many people are going to take notice of how good it is.
So far, I've seen like 18 movies, and this is my favorite movie of the year. I give it a 9 out of 10. Whole movie, I was thinking, oh, this is easily an 8 out of 10, and I don't feel like I'm allowed to rate it higher. But I don't care, because I had such a great time with it that I feel like it deserves a 9 out of 10 from me on my personal level.
I don't want to be the same, so I'll probably boost it up a half a point and give it a 9.5. Might be one of my favorite Jake Gyllenhaal movies so far. I would have given it 10 if it wasn't so slow at the beginning. I get how that was supposed to be the build-up, but like it was pretty slow at the beginning, like the first 30 minutes.
It is 2 hours and 16 minutes. If it was a nice tight 90-hour 45 minutes, then I would have no trouble saying this is my favorite movie of the year, this is incredible. It is genuinely a good movie, but the fact that there's kind of those beef up runtime with a little bit of jokey parts, it just got the setup started quicker than it
probably
did.
80% of the movie is nothing but action. Maybe even more than that. It might be 90, but
the opening scene and stuff, that needed to be in the movie because it has a solid payoff at the end.
yeah.
But overall, I don't really care. More movie for me. If you all get a chance to see it, I highly recommend you all go see it.
Forget about all the other movies, like the Transformers with the dinosaurs. That movie sucks balls. It is not good.
If you're not a Michael Bay fan, I feel like you will have a pretty good chance of being pleasantly surprised by enjoying this, because it does have a lot of heart and underlying themes and everything that can go along with the great action scenes. That was a movie. Hopefully you all enjoyed this review. Like and subscribe if you enjoy our channel. We're going to keep putting videos out and see where our channel goes from there.
You are all going to have the greatest story to tell at dinner tonight.
I agree with what he said and what he said. What both these guys said.